Hi, Namaste. How are you all? Right now, the time is 2 4, and I am very hungry. My husband is also very hungry. So, now I am planning to make the easiest recipe, and that is tomato rice. I think you all guys know it. Now, I want all of you to focus on the English vocabulary I am using. Okay? I don't want any of you to comment on my cooking skills or on my attire. Please ignore it. Just focus on the English vocabulary, English words that I am using. So, this is my first vlog, right? So, this is my first cooking vlog. Without any ado, let's get into the video. First of all, I am going to take rice with this glass. I am going to take 1.5 glass. Okay, 1 glass of rice. Done. And now I am going to wash this.
I generally wash the rice twice.
After washing thoroughly, I am going to add 3 glasses of water to it and I am going to just put it aside. Okay. Along with rice, I am also washing soya chunks. You know, right? Soya chunks. In Telugu, we call it as meal maker. I am also going to wash these and I am soaking these also for a while. Now I am taking onions, tomato, and 4 chilies. Okay, I had only ripened chilies. So now I am going to peel off the skin. I'm going to peel off the skin of the onions. Then I will wash these veggies and then I'm going to slice them.
I am peeling off the skin of the onion. Sometimes I find it very easy to peel off the skin, but sometimes I feel very irritated.
This is called the chopping board. Now I am going to use this chopping board to chop my onions, tomatoes, and chilies. Where is my knife, yaar?
It happens with me every time.
I got it.
Now I am chopping these vegetables as much fast as I can because I am really starving. Each person have their unique style of chopping their veggies, but I don't have any style. Sometimes I use the chopping board, sometimes I don't use it. I just use my both hands to cut my veggies. How do you prefer to chop your vegetables? Do you use the chopping board regularly or do you use only your both hands to cut those? Of course, a knife is essential. Now, don't ask me how can you chop without any knife. Finally, I am at the end of this cutting session. Now, I am going to take my cooker, wash it, and I am placing it on the stove. I washed my ladle and I am placing it on the stove and I am switching on the stove with the help of a lighter. I forgot to wash my ripened chilies. So I am washing them and I am placing them. I am checking whether the cooker is heated enough. Now I am going to add 3 tablespoons of refined oil. I don't use too much oil for these recipes. I like it simple. Once the oil is heated, I am adding jeera. Only jeera, no other spices. Jeera started splattering, so now I am adding chilies to it. You can take chilies as per your wish. I took 4 chilies. You can add how many chilies you want based upon your taste. I am giving it a nice mix. After this, I am adding chopped onions. I am mixing all the ingredients and frying them in oil itself. Immediately after adding onions, I add a pinch of salt, a little bit, pinch of salt. I am mixing it well, and you need to be careful that onions should not be burnt. If the onions are burnt, the whole taste is going to be spoiled. Once they are fried well, I am turning the knob to the low flame, and now I am squeezing the soya chunks that I have soaked earlier. See, I am squeezing the soya chunks. I am squeezing them and I am adding them into my cooker. After I completed this, I am giving it a nice mix so that the soya chunks will also get fried in the oil. After 4 minutes, I am adding tomatoes to it. Then I am adding required amount of salt, a little bit of turmeric powder and a pinch of dhania powder, and I am also adding chili powder based on my taste. I want this to be little bit spicy, so I added 2 spoons of chili powder, and now I am mixing it well. If you like to add any veggies to this, you can obviously add beans, carrots, beetroot, whatever you like, you can add it. After 5 minutes, now I am going to add water that I have taken earlier along with the rice, and I am going to add a little quantity of water into the cooker. By adding water, none of the ingredients will be burnt. After 2 minutes, I am turning the knob to high flame, and now I am going to add rice along with water. Now I am giving it a nice mix. Mix it very well so that the rice absorbs all the ingredients. The rice must catch the flavor of all the ingredients that you have added. Okay, so give it a very nice mix like this. After this, I added water also to it. I could not show you because I am shooting it right. So after that, give it a nice mix and add salt as per your requirement. After this, you cannot add any salt. So now only taste a little bit of water and add salt if required. Once it comes to boil, then I am going to close the cooker with the lid along with the gasket, and I am going to put on the whistle also. Done. Now I am fixing the lid of the cooker and I am making sure that there is no pressure in the whistle. After 4 whistles, I will catch you again. The first whistle is here. After the 4th whistle, I am turning off the gas stove or turning off the flame. I am not going to open this lid right now because you also know that there will be some pressure. So after a few minutes, I am going to open it. After 5 minutes, I am checking whether there is any pressure left inside the cooker. And now the time is 2:20 and my simple and tasty tomato rice is ready. Let's see. Let's open. I am opening the lid of the cooker and here is my tomato rice. Don't feel that it's not attractive. Let me give it a nice mix. Now you will see the real color of this recipe. It may not be as delicious as Hyderabadi biryani, but it is not going to disappoint you when you are hungry. It tastes similar like a pulao, so I prefer to make this recipe whenever I am feeling very hungry and eat something spicy. Now I am serving it on my plate. I don't want the rice to be cooled down, so again I am putting off the lid. Otherwise, the rice turns cold. I prefer to have this tomato rice along with 1 spoon of mango pickle and 3 spoons of curd. I just love to have it like this. How can I skip onions? They are the most important. I started eating. Sorry, I could not shoot it. I am just shooting the way I am mixing the food. It's awesome.